Hey guys, Mary Ann here. So I made a black bean burger. I actually just got home from work and this is my leftover one. I'm really excited to eat it. I'm gonna eat it now because I don't know. It's good. It's okay. So in this black bean burger there is rice, corn, onion, some seasonings, black beans obviously, salsa, and cornmeal. The total grocery expenditure for me was $7.76 to make this. Not bad at all. I forgot to get buns, but I had a loaf of bread in the freezer and I just cut the bread to look the right size and shape, and it actually works really well. And it's good because you don't want it to be too bready, you know? But yeah, the salsa is definitely more of a Mexican flavored burger, but it's really good. I put extra salsa on top. And the cool thing is, I realized I actually only needed to buy 3 items to make this. And that was sort of what I was going for with the whole food plant-based thing, is it's stuff that you buy in bulk and you'll just have on hand and you'll be able to make stuff for super cheap. So for example, the cornmeal was one of the more expensive things I had to get. It cost $3 and I only used a tiny bit and I still have a huge bag full. So I could easily make this again. I have rice, I have a bag of black beans. So all I would need is corn. I actually have an onion, so I would need corn. That's cool. That's a really cool thing. I'd also need more salsa at some point, but I have leftover salsa from this, so I could make this again without even going to the grocery store. That's really cool, and that's gonna save me money in the long run, so I'm really excited. So yeah, if you make these the first time and you don't have any of the supplies, it will cost more than $7.76, but that's how much it cost me. I bought an onion because I thought I needed a whole one, but I only need half of one, and I actually had half of one cut up in the freezer because I had a recipe from last week that only needed half of an onion, so it worked out. So yeah, the cornmeal is awesome. I had to Google, it took me so long at the grocery store, you guys. I had to keep Googling stuff. One of the things was I couldn't find the cornmeal at first. I kept seeing cornstarch and I was like, is that the same thing? But I had a feeling it wasn't, because otherwise they'd just call it cornstarch. So I Googled it and yeah, I realized it definitely wasn't that. It was still in the same aisle, it was just a little over. And I found it, so that's cool. Now, I will tell you the nutrition facts. So, the ingredients I bought made 6 burgers, but like I said, I could easily make another batch of these without spending any more money. That's awesome! Maybe I'd have to buy more bread, but that's fine. Or you could just eat it on its own because it's really good. So, the recipe makes 6 burgers, and per patty, it is 367 calories. Now, the whole food plant-based diet is not based around calorie counting. And I want to have that as a disclaimer, both to acknowledge that for the people who follow this diet and to let people know who are thinking that it's probably a low-calorie diet. It's not. It's a nutrient-dense diet. And so the idea is you can eat as much as you want. It's all good for you. But this info that I have is not including the bun, and I also made sweet potato fries, and I had leftover corn from the recipe because it only used a 1/4 cup and I had a whole can, so I just split that between me and Lex, and it was a good amount for each of us to have a serving of corn. And the sweet potatoes I had going bad from the week I did my $25 grocery haul for Kristen and Marie. I had some leftover sweet potatoes, so I put those in a pan, and they didn't crisp up because I'm not using oil, but they were still good, and I put some Cajun seasoning. Yeah, anyway, tangent. The nutrition facts are 367 calories per serving, and 6 servings, and I mean, this thing is, I mean, you see it, right? Like, it's a good sized patty. and it has only 2% fat, 3% sodium. That's great. 26% of your daily value of carbs based on 2,000 calories per day. 32% potassium. That's great. 48% fiber. 3 grams of sugar. 35% of your protein. Think about that. That's awesome. 4% vitamin C, 1% vitamin A, 8% calcium, 30% iron. That's good. I mean, it has plenty of protein. So if you're worried about me not getting enough protein, like, I ate 2 of these yesterday, so that was already 70% of my daily need for protein. That is fantastic. And it's vegan, and it's got fiber, and it's all that good stuff, low sugar. It's great. It's great. Yeah, so the black bean burger was definitely a success. As you know, I have all of the info down below. It had an option to dress it up like a normal burger, like with ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomato. That sounds really good. I just didn't have that stuff on hand. I wish I had gotten like onion, lettuce, and tomato for it, but it actually ended up being good with just salsa instead. It's really good. But you could also make sort of a taco salad with this and just put the patty on a bed of lettuce and have like salsa for your dressing. Something like that. It's really good. I hope you guys try this recipe. It is in the discussion box. I'm just gonna eat now. It's really good.